In the novel, the main character Toru and Naoko meet again by chance on the Chuo Line train for the first time since high school. At Naoko's invitation, they get off at Yatuya Station and start walking along the embankment. It is not written in the English translation of the novel, but in the original work it says that they were walking toward Irigaea. Between Yatuya Station and Irigaea Station, there are two embankments, one on the east side and the other on the west side, across the railroad tracks. Which embankment is the correct one? There are 3 hints in the work. The cherry tree's brilliant green leaves, the young men playing tennis in the courts beyond the embankment, and 2 nuns in winter habits sat talking on a bench. First of all, regarding the description of the cherry tree's brilliant green leaves, the east embankment has so many cherry trees that it has become a famous cherry blossom spot, while the west embankment has only a few small, thin ones on the embankment. As for the west embankment, however, there are many cherry trees under the embankment. However, the cherry trees under the embankment are irrelevant, because the description shows the sun existing beyond the cherry leaves, that is, the description is looking up at the cherry leaves on the embankment. Therefore, it is most likely the east embankment. Next, as for the tennis court, it is located under the west embankment. If you look at the tennis court from the west embankment, you can see it as if you are looking down on it, so the statement "the court's beyond the embankment" is somewhat strange. If you look at it from the east embankment, you can see it from a distance beyond the end of the embankment, so it looks exactly like the courts beyond the embankment. As for the bench, there are no benches on the west embankment, but there are several benches on the east embankment. From the above facts, we can conclude that Toru and Naoko walked on the east embankment. It was in 2001 when I took the photo. Let's take a look at the current embankment with an aerial video. We've already examined the area from Yatuya to Irigaea, so we'll examine the area after that. First, let's look at the description in the book. She turned right at Idabashi, came out at the moat, crossed the intersection at Jimbocho, climbed the hill at Achanamizu, and came out at Hungo. From there she followed the trolley tracks to Komargome. The above is the description in the work. Idabashi, moat, and the intersection at Jimbocho are illustrated on the map. In the work, it says she turned right at Idabashi, came out at the moat, crossed the intersection at Jimbocho, so this is the course they walked. Next. In the work, it says she climbed the hill at Achanamizu, and came out at Hungo. From there she followed the trolley tracks to Komargome. Achanamizu is this area. Then you will see that you have to turn left once. Let's look at Hungo. Then, to go from Achanamizu to Hungo, the course would look like this. After that, it is a straight road to Kamagome Station. In 1968, when this work is set, the trolley ran like this, so you will be walking along the trolley tracks to Komargome. Let's take a look at the aerial video of the course after Idabashi. This is the edge of the moat. Cross the Jimbocho intersection and turn left here. Go up the hill to Achanamizu. Keep going, and you will arrive at Hungo. Walk along the trolley tracks to Komargome. The main character Toru and Naoko walk from Yotoya to Komargome and go to a shop by the station for a bowl of noodles. The original Japanese version states that they went to a Saba restaurant near the Komargome station and had a light meal. There are 4 Saba restaurants in the Komargome station area. 2 of them are standing noodle shops with only counters, so they are not candidates. The 2 remaining candidates were Komatsuin on the north side of Komargome Station and Chojuin on the south side. Both of them are located along Hungo Street and about the same distance from Komargome Station. When we asked the owner of each shop, he told me that Komatsuin had been in its current location since 1922, while Chojuin had been in business since 1977. In the novel, Toru and Naoko visit the shop in 1968, which means that Chojuin does not exist yet. We asked the owner, are there any Saba shops around here that were around in 1968, but have since gone out of business? But the answer was no. When we showed Norwegian Wood to the owner, he was surprised to see that this was the exact restaurant. The employees also seemed to be interested in the book and were excited when they read the scene of the Saba restaurant. The restaurant itself was very similar to the image, with classical music playing in a quiet atmosphere. We visited this restaurant in 2001, but when we looked it up again this time, we found that the restaurant had moved 7 or 8 years ago. The restaurant had now changed to a much more modern atmosphere.